Hey guys, welcome back to another Will and Dad video. Today, as promised, we're going to be fitting the Floe Riing 240. I did a review on that and I'll put that up there. I did an unboxing. I'm having the reason I'm doing this is to show, one, whether it's worth upgrading your existing, if you've got a single 120mm all-in-one cooler, like I have. Is it worth upgrading to a 240? And will it help with the performance and the cooling of your computer? Well, that's what we're about to find out.
Let's get started.
So I'm going to go through some of the reasons, or the few reasons, why I actually want to do this video and why I'm fitting the Floe Riing 240 into my editing rig. While streaming, yes, I do streaming as well on Twitch and on YouTube, I'm getting random crashes, and I think it's due to overheating on the CPU cooler I currently use, which is the Corsair H75. Now, as you can see here, hold it steady, CPU temps are nearing, as you can see there, it's just peaked to 100, which is quite hot, and I'm not completely happy with those temperatures. They're bouncing around quite a lot actually. However, that's far too hot for my liking. Also, the CPU usage, this is Ada64 we're using to do a stability test on this. So 100% CPU usage on this one, and we're getting, because the temperatures are so hot, we're getting some thermal throttling taking place up to 10%. So it's actually reducing the speed of the CPU to compensate for the overheating issue that we're getting. So I've had this running for about an hour, about 53 minutes, nearly an hour, just to give it plenty of time to get really hot. And as you can see here, it's all over the place. This is doing Ada64 stability test, as I mentioned earlier, and it's up and down, up and down, up and down. And as I showed earlier, we're reaching 100, which is totally unacceptable in my book. I also have Cam running. Cam is showing me in a nice graphical way that I can understand. Again, 100% CPU usage, nearly 100 on the CPU overall, 4.4-ish. As it thermal throttles, it goes up and down to 4.4 gig, 4.5 gig, sorry. And the pump is doing its thing at 1498 RPMs. That hasn't changed. That hasn't changed since when I first bought it. So I don't actually think it's that. I think it's just, I don't know. It is a hot day. It is something like 21 or something like that here in the UK. That does have a bearing on temperatures, of course. Yeah, I know that. I understand that. So doesn't kind of explain the issues that I get whenever I play games. I mean, yeah, okay, it could be graphics related. My GPU is not overheating. I'm using the 1070 Ti Extreme Amp Edition, and that thing does a pretty good job at keeping cool. That barely reaches over 60. As you can see, currently, I mean, it's idle, granted, it's running at 33. So this is my current issue. So hopefully, replacing that with a bigger radiator, that will stop that problem. So without further ado, we're going to fit this and show you the results.
watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me, drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Let me in this mess I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Couldn't get any closer. Tried to forget all that we had. I'm rolling like water in the sea. The memories crashing into me. So close to the edge of something so worth it.
So we've got this fitted. It's taken a while. I've had a few issues fitting it, as I normally do with things that I fit. I still have issues. It's been running for the same benchmark as we were running earlier on the Corsa H75. It's been running for 18 minutes, and as you can see, it's already lower than it was before. So we're reaching tops of about 78 instead of nearly 100. So that is an overall amazing improvement already, just by adding another fan and a 240 rad instead of a 120 rad. Obviously this test hasn't run as long as the other one, but 19 minutes now is quite a good indication. It's not going to go up much more than that. I'm also not getting any thermal throttling, as you can see on the bottom one. I don't know whether you can see actually. 0 thermal throttling. So that's an improvement already, and I'm quite happy with that. 100% CPU usage, 0 throttling, which is perfect. That's what we want. Which means it's not reaching the threshold for slowing the processor down, which means that the processor will stay at its maximum speed, which I've got overclocked to 4.5 gig. This is a 4790K, 4 gig, overclocked to 4.5, and I'm getting no throttling on that whatsoever. Just to show you for comparison's sake, as I showed you before I upgraded the CPU cooler in cam, I'm not sure whether you can see it. I don't have my other little camera to zoom in on this one. We're reaching 75, 79, 82 on one of the cores, 74, and so, well, it is lower than before. It's certainly lower than before, and like I said before, we're not getting any throttling. The clock speed is 4499, 4.5, and yeah, that's great. That's exactly what I was hoping that I would see. So yeah, as before, increasing the size of your rad does make a difference to your CPU cooling, and overall the performance of your CPU as well, as it's not throttling down, it's not slowing the CPU down to compensate for the heat. I could let this run on for the full hour that the other test was running on, but honestly it doesn't matter if it's 20 minutes or an hour, it's still going to be roughly the same, and it hasn't really changed. So with that said, I think that we have proven, at least using AIDA64, that a bigger rad does in fact make your CPU a little bit cooler. So that's the end of this video, and I hope some of it was useful to you in showing you that you can increase performance by increasing your airflow. If you like the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, and don't forget to click the notification icon so you get notified of any future videos that we release. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.